my goodness. Dude, Miss McGill is going to see all three of us here next year. She was our face.
Hello, 4th and 5th graders. I know you're excited because we have town meeting, it's Friday, it's nice out, and you probably see some familiar faces. We are lucky enough to have some of our middle schoolers here today to show off their instruments, talk a little bit about the band and chorus. Some of you are already in band. Some of you might be thinking about joining band next year, continuing band, or even joining band as a 6th grader. So be on your best hawk behavior. Give them all your attention. You know that it's not easy to come into a new place in front of a large group of people and perform. And with that, I'll turn the program over to Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Mrs. All right, so 5th graders, maybe you remember this last year. 4th grade, you weren't here, but 5th graders, you were here. Raise your hand if, first of all, if you just remember this last year. You remember coming to this concert, this recruitment. Great. Now, hands down. Now, raise your hand if you are in band now. Okay. Yeah, I think we have about 30. It's a good number of hands. Hands down. Raise your hand if you're not in band, but you wish you were in band. Excellent. 5th grade only for now. And then we'll talk 4th. Okay, excellent. 4th graders, raise your hand if you are interested in joining band. That's good. All right, more hands. Put your hand up. Evan. All right, more the better. We have a great time. We have so much fun. We rehearse in the morning, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. This is really just a lot of fun. We go to Lake Compounds, which is amazing. Go fun together. My 5th graders, if you had your hand up that you want to join band, you can still do that for next year. Okay? You just have to fill out the paperwork that I'm going to give you. Okay? I'll pass this over.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. Schneider. I teach at the middle school. These are my 8th grade students. We have 6th and 7th grade students who are doing the fabulous testing right now, so they could not be with us today. Who else has been doing fabulous testing lately? Isn't it awesome? All right. So they're over there doing some awesome stuff. But some of you will be going on the trip with us in 2 weeks. We have over 200 students between 5th and 8th grade involved with the band and chorus. It's by far the largest organization that we have here in Oxford. We would love to have all of you involved in band and chorus. There's a spot for you somewhere in our group, okay? Whether you play tuba, piccolo, sing, do all of that, we want to have you here. What we're going to do today is we're going to play a song of ours called Country Club Stomp. We're going to play that, and then we're going to demonstrate the instruments a little bit for you. We know that you know the basic idea, but sometimes it's cool to see that, okay? Remember that these kids were sitting where you were just a couple years ago, all right? And they made the choice. We call this launch day, that it launches your career today, all right? This is Country Club Stomp. When you listen to a concert, your mouths are closed, your eyes are towards the performers. Okay? Here we go.
Oh,
So we're going to go through the instruments quickly from smallest to biggest. Some of these instruments you will play in 5th grade. Some of these instruments you might play in 6th, 7th, 8th grade as you improve. The first instrument is the piccolo, and Brady will demonstrate. The piccolo is the little brother, little sister of the flute. Thank you. Next, this is Una on the flute. Now, Callie, you notice, some of you play the clarinet, the B flat clarinet. You hold that up. With her other hand, she's holding an E flat clarinet. We also have an A clarinet, a C clarinet, an alto clarinet. So there's a lot of different clarinets the clarinetist might play. So she's going to play the E flat clarinet right now. Clarinet. This is what you would normally start with in 5th grade. Next, we're going to go to a bass instrument, but it also has clarinet in its name. This is the bass clarinet, and this is Alex. Michael is going to demonstrate the alto saxophone. We also have soprano saxophones, tenor saxophones, and baritone saxophones. In 5th grade, you can play the alto or the tenor, which is a little bit bigger. This is Michael on the alto saxophone. Let's give him a hand. Thank you. So those are our woodwind instruments. Now, as you're listening to some sounds of instruments might appeal to you. Some people are naturally just like the flute sound, the clarinet sound, the trumpet sound. So some of you might like the idea that you can stick the flute in your backpack, all right, and move around easier. There's a lot of variations that you might be thinking of. Next, we're going to move to the brass instruments, and Robert is going to play the trumpet. bench horn is the only instrument that we have that actually plays in the opposite direction, plays backwards. Next, I think we have Pat with the trombone. The best instrument in the world.
You're right.
Now, in fifth grade, you play what we call the euphonium or the baritone, which is the small, we don't have one here today, but it's a small version of the tuba, and then we often have students switch up to the tuba in 6th or 7th grade. This is Finn on the tuba. In the back, we have our percussion instruments. Now, percussion instruments, if you want to be a percussionist, you have to learn multiple instruments. You have to learn the snare drum, the bass drum, the mallets, the timpani, the tambourine, etc. You are a percussionist. We're going to listen to our snare drummer, Abby, and Elin on the bass drum. In my band, you are always switching. You're not always a snare drummer, etc. You switch on every song. They are going to play a snare and bass together. In front of the glockenspiel, the bells. We have many large mallet instruments at the middle school, a marimba, a vibraphone that are about as big as the piano, but she's playing the small glockenspiel, the mallet instrument. Okay, this is Pepper. I know Mr. Smith will go into greater detail about the instrument. You are going to get paperwork later that has a link to a website that we made that has lots of demonstrations of the instruments that you can watch with your families at home and say, ooh, what was the trumpet I forgot? And you can look at those videos and listen to some professionals play through that instrument. They do a very good job of that. In addition to this, I need a bass player and a piano player for our jazz ensemble. And we also have a theater department that puts on a musical, so there are plenty of opportunities for you to perform with us, all right? I'm going to turn it back to Mr. Smith as he brings the piano up, and you're going to listen. He's going to talk a little bit about the chorus, and then our 8th graders are going to sing a little song for you.
All right, so chorus in 5th grade, also before school, big time, nice time. Chorus is also the group that does a musical. If you remember Magic and Dragon. So it's similar to that next year. Chorus is a lot of fun. It's a group of kids singing together. Here's our group of 6th to 8th graders. 8th graders here that are singing this song. And yeah, so raise your hand if you are interested in joining the chorus. So let's do 5th grade. Raise your hand if you're in 5th grade. Haven't done it yet. Think about it next year. All right, raise your hand if you do it and you want to continue doing it. Yes. Good. All right. Thank you. 4th graders. Let's see who wants to do chorus. Yes, that's going to be a lot to handle. Up for the challenge. Good. Bring them on. All right?
So we're going to sing a sailor song. Some of you are familiar with sea shanties and some sailor song. So we're going to sing about a sailor who's been misbehaving. All right? We're gonna sing about him and how we're going to put some punishment on him. And the punishment's not so much fun. All right? Here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Ready, go.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Drunken sailors, it's drunken sailors, drunken sailors, it's early in the morning. When the steps of the house by morning, when the steps of the house by morning, when the steps of the house by morning, early in the morning. Hooray, up she rises, hooray, up she rises, hooray, up she rises, early in the morning. When the longboat till he's sober, when the longboat till he's sober, when the longboat till he's sober, early in the morning. Drunken sailors, it's drunken sailors, it's drunken sailors, it's early in the morning. Hooray, up she rises, hooray, up she rises, hooray, up she rises, early in the morning.
Let me talk a little bit about what's going to happen today. We call this launch day. When you get back to your classrooms, you're going to get some. Mr. Smith did not give me an eye, but I'm assuming you're going to have some paperwork to take home. All right? What's our goal? To get every single one of you. If you're not sure, ask Mr. Smith. If after talking to Mr. Smith you're not sure, ask Mr. Smith again. Okay? How many of you do we want? We want every single one of you. What we're doing today, we're going back to the school. We're putting on a festival today. You might see a number of buses at the middle school. We're getting students from New Haven, Waterbury, New London, etc. coming to Oxford Middle School to play music tonight. Next week, we put on a band concert with 85 kids in the band at our school. We put on a chorus concert. We had 70 kids in the chorus. Who's going with me to Lake Compounds for 200 kids? All right? We do stuff. All right? We'd love you to be part of the team. If you don't want to be on the team, talk to Mr. Smith. He'll convince you. Okay? We want you there. All right, Mr. Smith, you are closing.
Oh, this is exciting. So I gave all the papers. Everybody has a paper that's going to go home. Bring them all to your teachers. The teachers will get them to you today, so you can bring them home and say, I want to join chorus and band.
Can I interrupt that?
Yes?
Faculty, there's a prize for the highest percentage enrolled. I'm letting you know. Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, Ms. Lunchman, I know you're usually You usually have a pretty high number. We haven't done this in the past, but yes, Mr. Schneider will take care of that. Yeah, let's do this, all right? Get those papers, bring them back as soon as you can so that I can get that paperwork rolling and figure out what's happening for next year.
Monday.
Ensembles going to look at it.
Comes back Monday. Band, chorus, both checked.
Thank you very much, Mr. Schneider, Mr. Smith, and